What do you do when it just feels like too much?
Call the Ghostbusters.
Okay. All right. That's what I didn't see that one coming. No, but really like when the holidays, there's so much to do and you're doing your business and that requires a lot of social media. How can you get rid of the overwhelm and get a little bit of relief?
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about on this week's episode. Kick burnout aside, we're going to give you a few options of how you can avoid that overwhelm and make sure you rock this holiday season.
It's the most wonderful time of the year. Ding. You're supposed to go ding dong ding. You're supposed to go ding dong ding dong.
I can't. We've sung this song a lot.
No, we've sang happy holidays. I was going somewhere with this though. Try me. Let's try it again. Go ahead, do it. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Ding dong ding.
Which can also mean that it's really overwhelming and causes you to fear. I came up with that right then. Okay. So y'all, can't you tell? You're like, yeah, we can kind of tell that.
No, I think it was actually good. I'm pretty impressed.
Thank you. You're sweet for saying that. Y'all, I know holidays, hustle, bustle, all the things. That hustle part of the holidays can make it overwhelming. You add your business to the fact that you've got kids in and out of school and you have events and you have Thanksgiving and Christmas and Kwanzaa and Hanukkah and Christmasa and Festivus and all the things you're celebrating. And maybe you're like doing different events for your business and you're in the bazaars and you're trying to recruit and you're trying to get to the rank and get the trip and all the things. I've been there. It's a lot. And then
it's a lot.
It's a lot. It's a lot. And then you think, okay, to make this happen for my social media, I have to be aware I can't even think. Stop the insanity, as Susan Powder we used to say.
Holiday hustle. So what do we do about it?
We have a couple options. You could just say, I'm out, which I've seen people do. And they literally check out and they come back in January, February, and they're like, zoinks, why did I do that? Now I regret checking out. Right. And you have that guilt about checking out, or you just feel weird about checking out. And it's hard to get started again when you take that time. That's one thing. I don't think we recommend that.
That's not the option we'll go for.
No. Option number 2 is you just deal with it and you keep going and your soul gets sucked out.
You don't enjoy the work. You don't enjoy the fun. You don't enjoy anything. You can't wait to put all the decorations away for whatever you're decorating for. You're done.
You're done. And you're screaming at everyone while you're done.
Like I'm done. Don't talk to me. Leave me alone. And I don't know about you, but that doesn't sound fun either.
No, it is not a good suggestion.
Option 3.
Option 3 is to take a moment, channel your best Megan Sumrall. You know, I love her. And decide what is important and what is not important. Decide what needs to, I hate that word. What is something you can actually move the needle by getting done? And what is something you can either give to someone else to get done, automate, or automate.
Ooh, I feel like you're putting something down here about automation.
I am. And
what the heck is that?
You know, I think that if we had gone back, like if I went back to the beginning of 2022, end of 2021, when we were picking our word and we chose epic, I might have said automations, but it's okay because automating does make things epic. It is epic. And one of the themes this year, intentionally, unintentionally, that have been creeping up, even like with my coaches working with me, is how can you automate that? How can you, if this is something that's giving you a burden, how can you not be the one doing it? Taryn, you are always like, how can we make sure that this is something that is scalable, that is not heavy on us? And when we find that it is, we sit down and we're like, okay, what is a way? Like, what's the thing that we know is not the thing that we should be doing? And how can we automate or expand? Automating is expansion so that we don't feel that heavy load.
Oh, exactly. Because if we've got things that we're wanting to do and we want to get to this next level, I feel like we're almost setting ourselves up to burnout if we don't automate things. And that's the same as like in your direct sales business. Like you need
100%.
to automate things. You're not going to automate everything. You're still the person, you're your brand. You have to be the one to show up, but there are things you can automate. And I feel like we've kind of talked about that a few episodes ago with social samples.
Yeah, for sure.
And how you can automate some pieces of the sampling process.
Mm-hmm.
But how can you also automate your leads, your new customers, your potential people who are interested, maybe some new potential team members? Like, can you automate that?
Yes, you can. And yes, I can. No, you can't. Yes, I can. Sorry, I went a little Annie, get your gun there for a moment. But that we always are doing something in the background. You know that. Mm-hmm. And this is something that we have been working on. We've actually then had a couple of our, some that are clients that are social template team clients, go through it like one-on-one with me to test it. Mm-hmm. Then we've had a beta group of a wider scope, people who are not necessarily in the agency. So we went beyond that, and people in social stories to also go through it. Mm-hmm. And now we're ready to share it with y'all. And Taryn was saying something as we're getting ready for this podcast. She was like, that social media hamster wheel. How do we get you out of that social media hamster wheel? Mm-hmm. And I love because I'm like, oh, that's so like, I think that's a visual that we can all feel and go, yeah, like, how can I get off this? It just keeps going and going. So here's the thing. You and I both know that you are only awake a certain period of time and you have a certain amount of things to do. We also know that when it comes to social media, especially during the holidays, when people are feeling the stress and all the things, they're picking up their phone, whether they want to admit it or not, and they're on Instagram and they are shopping and looking and like doing all the things all day, every day.
Every day.
Every night. Every night, all day, all night, all day. That's another song. Anyhow, we do not expect you to be there for them all day or night. But network marketers, let me talk to you for a sec. I mean, we are.
All right, guys. Is this a Rox rant that's coming through? Do I need to pave the way?
Yeah, pave the way. Clear it out.
Guys.
Here we go. Here we go. I want you to think about this because I know a lot of you have heard and gotten this training. And when I started network marketing, this was the training that I got as well too. You reach out to someone or someone says they're interested and you ask them, you write back and you ask them one question and then you wait and then you go back and forth and back and forth. And if you have some type of auto ship, when they say, yes, I want this pen, Roxanne, you go, great. But guess what? You can get this pen with an extra 5% off. If you join this auto ship, we don't call it auto ship and it's not like auto ship because I'll cancel it for you and I'll keep track of it. Yep. But it's going to cost you this much to start. And then it's this and free shipping. And my gosh, Taryn's like, I just wanted the dang pen. You've exhausted me. Yeah. I could go to Amazon and do it myself and get it. Now they're not going to tell you that, but that's what they're going to do. And then they ghost you. And then you're like replying and you're like, oh, I have to do this and then that, and then this and then that. They say they want the pen. I'm like, great. You want the pen, but you know what? You could sell the pen and make some extra money for the holidays.
Ooh,
just want the freaking pen.
I've gotten that one. Or like I've gotten all three, like all the options in one. And I'm like, whoa, I was just trying to buy the one thing. And now you've gave me too many options. I don't know what to do.
Amazon. I'm going to Amazon and maybe the pen's not exactly, and maybe I'm not supporting you like I wanted to, but you are exhausting me with your exhausting questions and the step by step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. I need a little moment. So
yeah.
This is going to bend your brain and bend your thought process if that's what you do. And some of you are going, but Roxanne, they need to know about the auto ship. Or maybe I get a higher commission if I do the auto ship. It is the holidays. Your goal is to get your product into as many people's hands as possible, which means if they buy retail, let them buy retail. Now you have a really qualified lead that you can then transfer over to your auto ship special customer thing after. But let them get what they want to get when they want to get it, because they are as stretched out as you are. So cut that nonsense out. The other thing is, let's be real. I'll get to the thing eventually, but here's the thing. we would be remiss if we didn't talk about the fact that there might be some type of like, recession maybe going on for a little while. We've heard about it. Maybe there's some inflation. There's some things going on. So when someone says they want to buy it, they've thought about it. And if you are taking more time out of their schedule and making it hard for them to buy, they're going to be like, that's time that they're going to hear one of their friends talk about recession, or they're going to turn on the news, or they're going to feel something, or their kid's going to come and they're going to be like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't buy the pen. Eeyore.
I'm not getting the pen or the auto ship now.
Or the auto ship. And I moved on to something else. Don't be that person. Give people what they want when they want it. And
then nurture them later. Like I think it's almost like a little bit of a scarcity mindset too, of like, I got to get them in the auto ship right now, or I'm not going to be able to keep them. And it's like the analogy that we talk about, you don't go to the bar and ask someone to marry you. You guys, if someone's wanting to buy, don't also ask them to marry you right then and there either. Like, would you like to go on a date?
Let's get married there. Absolutely. 100%. Total scarcity. Yes, Taryn, I'm here for it. Okay. So this is what we've been working on. This is the thing. And we have a cute name for it. So if you were in the beta and you're watching, you're like, is this different? No, we just got rid of that name and got a real RoxTalksy name, which means it starts with social.
Have you guys not picked that up yet? That's what we go with here.
We have a copywriter and she's like, you use social a lot. You want to change that name? And I'm like, nope. Social leads is what it's called. Now that doesn't help you. That doesn't visualize. That is nothing. But for those of you who grew up in my age range, I'm 43. So am I 10 years older than you? Exactly.
I'm 31.
I am not 10 years older than
12?
her. Exactly. 12 years older. I'm 12.
I'm 31 and a half as of this week.
Happy half birthday to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So here's the thing. Imagine, do you remember those books that were like choose your own adventure books? I used to
yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God. Honestly, they were a little demented, but if you chose the wrong thing, it was like, and then you died. I'm like, what? How is this?
Yeah. And then you're like, wait a second, I'm going back. I chose the wrong thing.
It is actually a little demented that they got away with that. Anyhow, sidebar, we can go down that path later, but you would have a scenario, right? And it would say, you want to buy a product, but do you want to find out more information about the product, or do you want to buy it immediately? And you'd say, I want to find out information. So for more information, go to page 22 of the book, and you go to page 22 and you'd read that. And then you'd have another like choices and you keep going, but you decided how the book ended. And yeah, I would definitely go back and change it, especially when it's demented. I'm like, I don't like that answer. What are you trying to say? What if you had the ability to have that going on right there, but not in book form? We're in 2022. You and I both know, Taryn and I know, and you know as well too, that short form video is where it's at. Loving is what I got. You know this, you know it from Reels, you know it from TikTok, you know it from stories, you know it. So what if
I know you might be avoiding it, but no, come along. We're all doing it.
Yes,
we are doing it.
We're all doing it, and you're doing it. So what if we took that and we took those two options and put them together? Now, so literally when someone is looking at your social media at any time of the day and you're like, hey, for more information, click on the link in my bio. You're like, I will. You click on the link in the bio, and it's like you saying, so they also get you. They're not
literally get you
saying, great, you want more information. What would you like more information about? Would you interested about the product, what it's made out of, blah, blah, blah. You give your options, and like, I want to know more about what it's made out of. They click there and it says, great, here's what it's made out of and what it's not made out of. This is fantastic. What do you want to know now? And you decide, boom, boom, and it goes click. And there's an option that's like, I want to buy, and they can go and they can buy the product. There's an option that says, I want a sample, and they can go to your social samples and get social that. What? There's not
all while you are at the holiday party.
Yes.
You're not talking to them in the DMs. It's not you.
It's not you. Or you're watching your Hallmark movie. You're doing your thing. You're watching a Christmas Hallmark movie. Guess what? It always ends the same. She quits her job in a big place and goes to the small town and is with the dude.
Be a stay-at-home mom with the dude, and they save the town.
They save the town that was about to be ruined. I want to know where all these towns are. They're just getting like decimated on a annual Christmas basis. So that is what we're doing. That is.
I feel like this is lighting you up. Like I can see you, so you're animated. But
I am. Because it's so amazing. It's so great. And it's something that it's been an urge that I've had, golly, since what we're playing around with this. I don't know. It's Q2.
We did the beta, and that was a 6-week sessions. So beginning of Q3 kind of thing.
Yeah. And when I want to do it, we do it. So it is. So if you're interested, you want more information, you should, and you want to see it in action, because I know we're trying to visual, but you want to click around and play with it and see it in action. Yeah. We want you to do that too. So head on over. If you go in the show notes, there's a link there, but I'm going to guess it's socials, www, because it's been tricky lately. And I hate saying www. I hate that. It's a radio thing. We don't say that, but whatever.
It's making us do it now. So www.
socialstoriesmembership.com//
social leads.
Yeah. Social leads.
Easy peasy. It's also linked below for you guys. It's fun because you can see the options and you can literally play around with what we're talking about, because I could feel like it can be a little hard to grasp.
Yeah.
But you can peek around, play in it. And so last week in the podcast, we announced we have 3 buckets of the ways you can work with our team. And this is a done with you offer. So Roxanne is going to be teaching you how to do this, helping you set it up, and making it your own. And then you get it on your link in bio and off you go. You don't have to record it again.
Amen. It's good to go. And you'll know how to use it in the future as well too. But y'all, all you need to do is promote this. And we've got some really juicy ways to promote it. Not only, and what we're finding is doing is not only like getting new people in, but it's re-engaging people that you already know, because they just love it so much. Plus, it's such an easy thing for your customers to share with people, because they're not worried about, is she going to ask them all those questions she asked me? I love her, but I don't want to, that's because I don't want her to go there with them. Not a thing. They just share the link and they can give it to any of their friends. And they can go through the process just like that. The coolest thing, right when we finished was because it was the first time, like when we did the pre-beta, that first time that one of our pre-beta people was like, I got this order. I have no idea where it came from. It's just the weirdest thing. I don't know I have no clue. And I'm like, hello, maybe we should look at your social leads. There it is. That's where it came from. Didn't know the person, didn't know the thing. And that was the first of this thing works and it's juicy McJuicy.
And you know what's cool? You're not even asking for any of their personal information. Like there's that barrier gone. I mean, there is ways to set it up so you're gathering their personal information if we need to. But people, you don't have to be like, hey, give me your email and then I'll give it to you.
Right.
It's like literally no barrier. They just start going through it and it might lead to a sale. It might lead to them wanting something else. You never know, but it's really cool.
It's really cool. And it makes you look professional. And no offense, but we have a tendency not to look professional as network marketers. And that's on us. We can up our game and we can do that affordably. So
we are doing nothing but bringing you guys up to 2022 this year. Like, here we are. Come join us. We're walking you through all the different ways.
What's that new song by Beyonce's Upgrade You? Is that a song? Is that out there? Upgrade. There's we're upgrading. I don't know. I think it is.
I was thinking more so Lizzo, where it's bad bitch o'clock. That's where I was going.
All of the above for sure.
Yes. Okay. I'm going to end us here on that note because we need to go and talk about what you dropped on us last week.
What was last week? I don't remember. What could that have been?
I'm getting married.
Going to the chapel, going to an island, and we're gonna get married. Scott and I are getting married. We're doing the deal. It's happening. So there it is. I made a decision this week. It's not going to be stressful.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I have noticed you have been stressed this week. And I know, of course, like there's other things going on, but it's like, this has, this is supposed to be a happy thing. And it's just kind of like, are you okay? What's going on?
Yeah. Annie, are you okay? Yeah. So Scott got tempted with the stress meter a couple weeks ago with this. And I'm like, we're not doing this, darling. It's not going to be stressful. It's all good. But I wasn't paying attention and the stress snuck in and I was like, oh, how did you get here? Nobody's supposed to be here. And so that was a little stressful.
Yeah.
But I had a good cry. I like cried it out, couldn't sleep. It was a thing. Cried in the morning. And then I realized when I got back to center to me, like, listen, Roxanne, this wedding, which you've never had before, never gotten married. Yes, I'm 43 and I'll be 44 when I get married. Oh, 44. How great is that?
Perfect.
I know. It can be what I want it to be and I don't have to please everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'm sure like every person who has gone through a wedding would literally say that on the other end of like, it's your day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But it's hard because we love our families and, we want it to be a day everybody enjoys, but
we
you're
want
right.
everyone to be happy. And I really, but it was really cool too, because this week I was like, when Scott and I were talking about it, I was like, wow, I'm glad I'm in this with you. Like, you have those like realizations. I mean, the jig is up. We've been living together for a while. Come on now, Roxanne. But I'm really excited about the wedding. And I have not let myself be excited about weddings. Probably once I turned, 35, I thought maybe this isn't going to happen. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm resigned to that. I love my life, whatever. And so I even wedding planned for a couple of years. And I had a bunch of weddings. None of them were mine, but I was able to organize them and I tried all the things.
Yeah.
I know that I want to get married on a beach. I want to get married. I'm going to tell y'all right now in South Andros, there's a resort. I'm going to tell you the name of it. Cerula Mark Club.
You guys are all going to want to go as soon as you Google it. Like, it's amazing.
It's amazing. And if you're an HGTV person, it is the resort from Renovation Island that Sarah and Brian renovated. I'm in love with it. I love it. It will allow like my guests. I will run into my guests. It's not like, oh, where are you? Oh, I'm like, I love the Atlantis. That's a hard place to get married. There's a lot of people. So, and I want a beach where it's not like drunk people walking across the beach while I'm getting married oh, well, there's a little party over there. Like, I just want the privacy of it. You
don't want the people on the beach coming up and trying to sell you jewelry.
Exactly. Nope. No Mexico, not doing that. Nope. These public beaches, not happening. Here's the one thing. The one challenge we're having right now is, how do we get there? Like, the getting there is a little bit, if you know someone who has a private jet or a private jet company and they want to like bestow some wonderfulness on Roxanne, I got to get my people there. And it's a little bit challenging. So I'm just putting it out there. Please contact me. Yeah. I appreciate it. Do you know, speaking of weddings, okay, have you ever heard of Action? Well, I shouldn't say her name. There is a popular influencer on Instagram who does like stretching and stuff. I'll tell you her name later. Anyhow, she's getting married. And I just saw her email this morning and it was like, I'm inviting you to my wedding. And I'm like, I followed her a while back, whatever. Anyhow,
she's zooming it.
She's zooming
like
it.
Live stream.
Yes. And she's like, it's the time. She's like, my guy and I don't remember his name. But she's like, we're giving our vows and commitments to each other. And I want you to be there. So I want to invite you to Zoom. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet. I'm like, I wonder if people would like, I wondered if like, I don't know, people would want to watch me get married, but here's why she ruined it. I thought that was so sweet. And then she was like, it's $20 to watch.
Shut up. I knew that's where it was. I was like, oh my God, she's going to charge people.
And she said, in order to keep it protected for you, some bullshit. I said, I was like,
seriously.
And I was like, I want to look around and see if anyone else is complaining. That is some ridiculousness. Y'all, if I do Zoom it, which we might have to do because Scott's parents are quite old.
And me, and I need to be able to see it. So I'll be on the Zoom.
I'm hoping you get to come. I'm still holding out for that.
All right.
Anyway.
I gotta update my passport.
Yeah, you do. Anyway, I just thought you're charging people $20 to sit there and watch you get married. That ain't right.
You're not that big, honey.
That ain't right. Even if you were.
Like, we all watched Jessica Simpson get married for free.
Oh, I do cherish you.
Such a good show.
Such a good show. We watched Harry and Meghan get married for free across the pond.
Yeah.
Who are you that we have? You have to.
She is a business woman. So props to her. Claps to her.
Yeah, she's definitely confident in herself.
Yes.
I was like, what? Any outsider, I saw that.
I need money. You guys are also paying for the wedding.
To keep it protected. I don't remember the words. It was like, in order to keep it a safe space. No, that doesn't keep it a safe space. That $20 doesn't keep it a safe space. You just stop.
No.
You stop right now.
Your stalker would pay $20 and be there.
Your stalker's probably already figured out where it is and has their ticket.
And he will literally be there.
Shame on us. We should stop. And what's your behind the scenes? PS, by the way.
So today is picture day at school. Aww. And I got the little guys all dressed up. They looked so cute. Like Davey had a full on like button up and Maddie had a dress and they just looked so cute.
Oh, I can't wait to see the pictures.
I'm excited. So when they said pictures, I was like, wait, that's still a thing. But then I got the form and it's like outside, like a beautiful setting. And it's like an actual kind of like a senior picture, but for a preschooler. So fancy. I'm like, this is going to be so cute. It's a full body pic. I'm like,
you're like, yay, Bubba. They do graduation pictures too, like the end of preschool, like straight up, like they're in they got their hat and the gown.
I'm not ready for all of these things. Like, gosh, but the school they go to is literally amazing. Davey cries every day he goes to school. Still, and it breaks my heart, but those women there are so amazing. And I know he's in a good spot and he's learning, like they were learning about the letter F this week. And so they were painting corn. So F for farm, corn. And they were like painting corn and then like making pictures. I'm like, see, I'm not that creative.
Is he enjoying it once he gets there?
Yeah, they said, I got a message yesterday, actually. They were like, he had the best day ever and picked him up yesterday and he was telling me he has friends. So I was like,
oh, and did you tell him friends, F for friends?
No, because he told me it was letter B this week. So I didn't connect it. I was like, B as in banana? And he's like, yeah. Like, you're learning letter F.
You're like, not the right letter, but that is right. B is banana. That's hilarious. I love it. So good.
Yeah. And this is our only boring weekend until every other update you guys I'm going to give you is going to be bananas. B for bananas.
B bananas. She's going to be active. I will bore you with wedding things and she will tell you about all the fun places she's going.
Mine will also be wedding things. I'm in a wedding, throwing a bachelorette party. I'm in another wedding. Wedding. That's all we're talking about here.
In the behind the scenes, after the fact. Yeah. Yes. We'll give you your juice first. Yeah. We love you guys. We're going to leave you right now, but we'll see you next week. Yeah. Anything else? That's everything, right?
That's everything. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Miss you, love you. Bye.